Well, hello everybody. This is Joe. Happy Saturday morning. It's February 28th. I'm at the Home Depot Garden Center. For those of you in Tucson, this is the location off of Oracle. I have not been to this location in a long time, so I'm very eager to see what they have in the nursery. It's about 55 degrees right at the moment. It's supposed to be in the 80s today. So this location will certainly be very busy as the morning progresses. So let's first of all take a look at what they have on the outside of the store. Everything is looking very healthy at this location, starting with these geraniums for $25. I'm absolutely going to have to get one or two of these for the yard. Here's some individual packs of geraniums. These are $10 a piece. They have a wide variety of colors, red, pink, and white. And these really healthy pots of Mandeville for $40. And they have some hibiscus here for $20. Again, these are the tropical hibiscus, so once you get down into the 30s, these would have to be protected. They do have some peach color Mandeville. I need to get a couple of these for the stainless steel pot by the greenhouse. I did a video on that the other day. These individual packs of Mandeville are $10. These up front are looking a little unhealthy, but if you get back here in the back, you can find some good ones. I love these. I picked some of these up the other day, actually just one. These are $20. Really cool looking. I like how there's like little babies up there. Big healthy pots of petunias for $30. Of course, those are an annual. Lots of lavender for $10. More hanging pots of petunias for $25. I just love these here. The colors are amazing. I purchased one and I have it by the back door, and Angela, my chocolate lab, likes to eat the flowers off.
Good morning.
Good morning. These are 18. Some bigger pots of lavender for 20. Boy, this is just the outside of the Home Depot, and I'm really impressed. Huge pots of petunias for 30. These are just really large. I like the little barrels that they have the lavender in. This is 17. This is pots of hibiscus, looking really healthy at 30. Some nice lantana for 15. Now remember, lantana is hardy to 10 degrees. Lantana typically just blooms all spring and summer. Nice selection of roses. The roses are $19.98 or $20. Here's some bougainvillea. This is the pixie version. The pixie version is a little bit more compact. Very nice for 30. Here's some bougainvillea that's growing up on a stake for 30. And they have some smaller fruit trees out here in the front of the store for $33. These are lemon. And then they have some larger orange fruit trees. These are $139. Oh wow. Not sure what the heck this is. It's a fingered citron. I don't know how I feel about that. It requires full sun. I don't think I've ever seen a fingered citron before. I'm assuming that you can eat it. I'll have to look that up when I get home. I guess I live a sheltered life since I haven't seen a fingered citron. More fruit trees for $33. These roses here don't look the healthiest. I'm sure it's just early in the spring for them. I don't see a price tag. Oh, here's one in the front. Oh, well, these are Tacoma bushes, so that's not the roses, but the tea roses are $60. I don't know. Those aren't looking super happy. And then the Oleander is 30 or 28. And just remember, this is toxic to your little ones and pets. These yuccas here are extremely tolerant, heat tolerant. $28, and they're hardy to 10 degrees, and they don't require a lot of water, so good selection if you don't like to water. And again, the hibiscus for $30. So that's the outside of the store. Let's jump in and see what's going on inside. All right, this is the inside of the Home Depot. And this is not going to be a disappointment. I love seeing these racks because this is all new shipments. So I cannot wait to review these. But first of all, let's start at the front of the store here. They have all of their succulents. These large pots of succulents are $30. And they have a very large selection of individual succulents for $4, and then a little bit larger size down on the bottom here for $6. Look at those lithops. They're huge. I'm gonna have to get a couple of those. I have a pot of lithops, and there's a couple of ones that didn't make it over the winter, and I'll replace with those gigantic ones. Really impressive. Not a fan of the plastic flowers that they put on top of these cactus, but nonetheless, they're $7. So lots of succulent choices. Up here in the front, I really like the color of this palm tree. It's $2.50. And then they have these little palms for $20. Larger size palms for $60. But now let's go check out these racks. There must be 10 or 15 racks of things here. They have dragon fruit for $20. These are always a favorite here. These are $10. Actually, that was an agave that stuck in there. These are $10. Some nice succulents here. These are agave for 11. Big rack of white geraniums for 10. And another big rack of geraniums for 10. These are really vibrant colors. They have some lighter pink. I tend to like these six flat of flowers. Here's a nice ground cover, or if you have a pot with different plants, you can put that in. That was 7. These are 7. Very nice. The daisies are looking incredible. These daisies are 10. These do require full sun, and this would be considered an annual. But these would bloom all summer. So beautiful. I always like the dianthus for 4. They have a climbing rose ladybanks. These are hardy to 10 degrees. And the pricing on these are 17. Proven Winter always has really healthy plants. These are 7. Again, these are going to be your annuals. These are 7. And these are 7. Very nice. Always love the colors on these. Isn't it just incredible? Love it. These, of course, are primroses, $5. They require part sun, and these are also considered an annual. Here's some nice rosemary for 10. And Montana never disappoints. This is considered an annual, full sun, $9. So I'll do a disclaimer. Some annuals, depending on where you live, will grow as perennials. So one thing to count on is an annual is probably not going to last forever, whereas a perennial will. But even with perennials, you need to watch what climate zone you're in. Here where I live in Tucson, I'm a 9A. So a lot of the annuals tend to be perennials. I do notice after a couple years, they start looking a little suspect, so the annuals don't last forever. Snapdragons, $8. Again, an annual, requires full sun. Snapdragons are always pretty and have that unique, it's kind of like a bell-shaped flower. Really nice. Some of the yuccas that we saw outside, again, these are 25. Some more of these. The evergreen candy tuft. Now this is a perennial and it requires full sun. And It says hardy down to a -20. That's pretty cold. I always love the elephant bush. This is $10 and it's hardy to 36 degrees. These are always really cool. The Moroccan mound for 25. And some golden barrels for 25. These sun goddesses are 25. They get really cool flowers. And then the fish hook barrel cactus is 10. These are hardy to 25. They have these tall slipper plants for 30. I have some of these in the front yard and they just kind of pop up everywhere, so I think their roots really trail underground. Like the yellow-green color of this yucca for 30. It's really large elephant bushes. These are 30. These are 30. Really like the coloring on these agaves. Some false saguaros for 35. These artichoke agaves are 40. Use extreme caution with these thorns. They are nasty, I can tell you from experience. Some nice aloe for 15. Agaves come in so many different colors and shapes. Here's some pencil cactus. These are 25. And the pencil cactus tend to get this reddish color in the cool temperatures. Some really tall evergreens here for 110. Italian cypress. Really healthy and large looking. Some very large barrels. These are hardy to 20 degrees and they're $100. Now, a little bit smaller version for 40. Lots of barrel cactus at this location, as you can see. This Home Depot is pretty impressive. Here's a very large pot of succulents for 100, and then some smaller pots for 30. Aren't those colors really nice? I like the orange and the green. Beautiful. I'm almost tempted to pick up one of those. I always like these hens and chicks. I call them, they're $10. More succulents here for 10. Really like the coloring, purple and green. These are 11. More elephant bush. Look at that. That's cool. $10. It's called a climbing aloe. I like that. I always like these. The leaves are cool. I like the purple on the edge. These are called flapjacks for 10. And they're hardy to 30 degrees. Some more yucca and elephant bush. The bougainvillea is 25. Look at these. Jerusalem sage. And the Jerusalem sage is 25. These are drought tolerant. Hardy to 25 degrees. I think these would look nice in a pot. Honey eye drops. The honey eye drops are 25. These are 11. This is 10. The spikes always look nice if you have a pot with petunias or geraniums or anything. These just give the pot some height and some visual interest. These are 7. These are 10. This stock requires full sun. And these are $8. More daisies for 10. I always like these, but what you see from a flower perspective is what you get. So these kangaroo Joey paws. Now see, I have to like that because it's my name. But $27, but these aren't going to bloom much more than what you see. So what you see is what you get when you bring these home. Once these flowers die off, that'll be it. But these do come back every year depending on your climate. Got some geraniums for 10. Larger primroses for 8. Beautiful. These are $6. This is an annual, requires full sun. More of the daisies. Larger pots of the evergreen candy fruit. Again, this is a perennial for $10. Also a perennial for $10. Beautiful. Annual $10. These are 10. The dianthus is 10. The beautiful flowers. These are really nice now. These lilies are 13, but again, the flowers that you see are it. Once these flowers die back, you probably won't see any flowers until next year, but these are a perennial. Wow. The lilies are 30. Looking really nice. Some healthy mandevilla. And these mandevilla are 28. I do move mine indoors, as this suggests, in the wintertime, and they do come back. And these just bloom all year long. Some really healthy looking hibiscus for 30. Really, really nice geraniums for 18. Some large pots of daisies for 25. Large pots of pansies for 25. Just remember, pansies are going to start to die back when it gets warmer. Some nice 4-packs of petunias for 10. Pink and yellow. Some little primroses for 5. The coral sun is $7. These are an annual. And they do like part sun to sun. So if you have a shady area that gets a little sun, these would do well. $7 for the bluebird. It's an annual. Again, part sun to full sun. These are 3. Very nice. Now look at these roses. Very nice. These are $28. Now these are looking a little rough. These are poppies for 3. I think the poppies will come back every year. Looks like they have some snapdragons, more petunias. These are $3. Lots of petunia choices. Big selection of smaller snapdragons for 4. So very nice. Now here's some strawberries in a hanging pot for 17. And then they have individual packs of strawberries. You get 4 for $9. Hot peppers for 6. Really healthy tomato plants for 6. So lots of vegetable choices. I won't spend a lot of time on the vegetables here. I just do not have luck with vegetables in Tucson. I know a lot of folks do, so it's me. It's not necessarily the Tucson weather. Lots of parsley, sage, oregano. I did purchase, it comes Monday, kind of a raised cart that I'm going to put some sage and oregano and parsley. We'll see how that goes. Then some smaller peppers for $4 and some smaller tomato plants for $4. Here's bigger pots of strawberries. These larger pots of strawberries are $35. And then if you're looking for a large tomato plant, this location certainly has some larger versions. Of course, the price is all the way on the back here. These are $20. Already blooming. And some of these already have tomatoes, so you've got a jump start, but just a very large selection of vegetables here. Now towards the back of the store is where the fruit trees are. Have lemon and orange for $50. So lots of choices. Boy, the sun is out here in Tucson and it's bright. Big red firecracker plants. These require full sun. These are $23. Now these Little Johns for $30. It's a dwarf bush, hardy to 20 degrees, blooms mid to late summer. And that's the bloom, isn't that cool? It's got like little spikes almost. Now I did a video yesterday on Lowe's. If you haven't seen that, take a look. And you can kind of compare Lowe's prices to Home Depot. This Home Depot is very nice. Olander again, $28. Toxic, so take note of that. These are really in full bloom. The Tacoma stands for $30. Very nice. This is $30. It's got nice little purple flowers. They have some potted foxtail fern and geraniums for $40. Now that foxtail fern eventually will have to go in a different pot. And that foxtail fern is hardy to 15 to 20. Now I have noticed with mine, if it gets that cold, the green growth will die back, but new growth will come from the bottom. So I find many times, depending on how cold we have for winter, a lot of times I have to chop these back down to the ground, but they come back in full force. So just be aware of that. That's my experience. Your experience might be very different. Some lantana for $15. More foxtail for, oh, sorry, this is asparagus fern on this side. Is asparagus and foxtail the same thing? I don't know. Some iris lilies for $13. Now Home Depot does have, of course, a large selection of pots. I did a whole video on pots the other day. Take a look at that. There's so many choices these days with plastic, composite. take a look at that video, and it talks all about the differences. Terracotta, porcelain, steel, so many choices. You can never go wrong with a true terracotta pot. Now I'm going to grab a card. I'm going to pick up my selections of the day, and then I'll come back and show you what I've selected, and we'll close out. All right, well, I picked up a couple of these large lithops, picked up a couple of the peach mandevilla, a pot of the red mandevilla, and a big pot of those geraniums that I saw on the outside of the store. So that's all I'm going to pick up today from this Home Depot. And my goodness, this Home Depot really is stocked for the weekend. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're not a subscriber, would certainly welcome you to subscribe. Helps my small channel. And love the comments. So if you have comments or questions or suggestions, please be sure to put those in the comment section. Everybody have a happy planting weekend. And thanks again for joining. Bye for now.